Program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
It feels did you give me?
I told you before.
Baby, you're the best thing that happened to me in life.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush.
My name is Tommy.
My name is Melly.
And we are both 19, and
We both live in Phoenix, Arizona.
Honestly, if they were clean, I don't know if Tommy and Melly would still be together. I don't know if he would choose to be with her or she would choose to be with him. It could go both ways that they wouldn't be together. Tommy and Melly will boost for money. That's their big thing. They've been trespassed from stores, and I worry about him because I don't want him to get hurt.
So I'm back with Tommy and Melly. Last time I talked to you guys was April of 2024. We're now May of 2025, so it's been 13 months. Last time I talked to you guys gave me an update. You guys were on that show, the A&E show, Intervention. And I haven't seen you in 13 months. How have you been?
We've been good, just hanging in there.
He's
taking
22.
it day by day.
He's 22 now. He just turned 22 on the 24th.
Happy late birthday, man.
Thank you.
That was a crazy one. That was a crazy birthday.
Why?
That was crazy. Cause I'm like, I made it just on time. Like literally just made it. I had just made it back home. It was literally like 12 on the dot, and I woke him up and I was like, I am back. And he was all shook. He's like, oh, you're back? I'm like, come on, like I'm smart, you know? I get away with my things. But he got scared. He got scared. He thought I was getting locked up. So he was already like his mom, like with his mom, and because we were his moms. And then his mom's all like, yeah, he was already like started crying. He's already like how did he didn't even get high at all the whole time. Like his mom was all like, well, since she, you know, she's at like literally about to go in, shit, so you can't smoke either since she can't, you know. So obviously he didn't smoke, so but I didn't get locked up.
Have you guys spoken to the producers, the people from that show, Intervention, or are you guys kind of not talking to them anymore?
Nah, like I heard that most of them quit, and one of the guy Kevin, he got fired. And really after the TV show and everything, they just stopped talking to us. Like they didn't help out with the stuff they said they were gonna help us out with, and the things they didn't keep their word
with us or with our families. That
they just wanted to get
them to convince us to go, you know, like pretty much they were like giving to our families. They were like offering them like, oh, if you guys are able to convince them to go and get this help, we would be offering you guys whatever it is that you guys need, like for my siblings, you know, that need obviously like therapy for, you know, the trauma that it has caused, and for like his sisters and stuff like that, and none of that was done, you know, like things that weren't done that they were told to us that were supposed to be done, like with my paper stuff, like all that was done by myself. Like I did that with my mom, you know, on our own, which it was kind of hard, you know, having to do that on our own, because it's like you have to find resources, you have to find the right people, you know. Sometimes it's even the money, you know, having to get the lawyers and stuff like that. Like they said they were gonna help out with all of that with my son's case, and they didn't help me do any of that. Like once they said, oh, when they get out of rehab, we're gonna make sure that when they come back from Cali, that they're gonna be stable. You know, they're gonna have all the resources, like housing, everything, right? We came back and we didn't have anything. We came back to doing our own thing, you know, which it was like, you know, it was I think on you it was a little harder because he didn't have the support and like the resources that he needed. You know what I mean? Cause he was doing you were doing your medication and all of that, your therapies over there. But when you came back, you didn't have all nobody was there to like guide him in like the right direction to finding those resources, and like his mom also suffers, like from her own, mental issues. So it's like, so I'm like, I understand that you guys, they're just can't find the resources sometimes, so it's like they thought they were gonna help out with all of that and kind of like depended in a way for that, but in a way it's kind of it's a lot in between all of that, but his mom ended up doing it on her own. She ended up just figuring it out, getting her own therapies, her own her own help on her own, so she's doing it right now as well, like him. But like when he came back from Cali, he was supposed to keep going out. Both of us. I kept going out for like a while, but after like a year, I believe, I think that's when it all like it went downhill for me. Like I stopped drinking my medication. I stopped, doing therapy and all of that. And with him,
you started getting drunk with your mom.
Yeah, yeah. Like we started getting and it started like going like that. And then like with you, which is like.
Yeah, I trust it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that, but it's just, I don't know. I told him he didn't take the program. He didn't work the program the way you're supposed to work the program. You know what I mean? So I was like, you went and did the program, but you didn't work the program. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's why you came back, and it was like, in a way, he went to go get sober, but did it in a way for everybody else, but didn't do it for himself. You know what I mean?
How long were you guys sober in California with that program intervention?
3 months.
What, sober? No.
No, with that program was 3 months over there. And then you came back, and then you did how many months over here? Because the program was 90 days. The program was 90 days, so it's 3 months. I did 4 months because I asked for a month extra. But then you came back after those 90 days, and you were still clean. How long? Like a couple months on?
Yeah, a couple months, yeah.
Because you were working, you were doing everything.
Yep. And then
it was like
I let dumb stuff get to my head, and and I just started to fall back out into the streets, and then started hanging around with different people, and then that's when it went from there.
How
was that time of sobriety? Did it feel good to be sober and not dependent on pills and doing your own thing?
Yeah, it was cool.
I miss him.
Yeah, it was fun to a point, and then it's just all in your head. You either let it get to you or you don't, and there's some stuff going on between me and her, and then I let that get the best of me, which I shouldn't have, and I ended up, doing.
So now what? Like, you guys are out here back in the streets, kind of like where I met you guys 2 years ago. Anything changed? Anything different? What are you guys trying to do? Any goals?
Yeah, from then to now, I think it's been a lot better because we're not stuck at that park. Cause that park, it was like a evil portal type thing. Like when we're in there, it's like we hated each other.
Bad.
And now it's cool. We've just been chilling.
We stick to ourselves. Like it's just me and him all the time, But like, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes we do fight a lot, and it's like we're together too much that it makes us, kind of like get annoyed of each other.
Cause she don't leave me alone.
And so, but like we get through it. What's it called? Really, it's just, to be honest, it's because we're out here and about because we want to, right? But we could be at home. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, I have my mom's support and, my family support as well as he does. Like, it has my mom's support and all of their support. as well with his mom and his side of his family. But it's just that we just like
We
addiction we're not even out here for the fact that we're trying to get high. It's just the withdrawals now. You know what I mean? And now it's
and it's worse now because it's like it ain't about the pills anymore.
No more.
It's about the fetty powder, the fentanyl powder, and it's like them withdrawals are like way like 10 times more than But I had trained myself because me getting locked up.
He does it like nothing, like
going in and out. It takes me at least like 2 days, and then I'll be good.
I don't know how he does it. Like this one, he can sleep it off, like that, like nothing, And I'm over there like, wake up, like no, we gotta go, like, and I start getting anxious, and I'm like, and I get mad and I get frustrated, dude, it's bad, and I'm like, no, and then I start to like, I feel like throwing up, which I do start, sometimes after a long time.
She's over dramatic with
but
it.
No, because like, to be honest, like with the pills, okay,
no.
With the pills, we would get sicker. We would get sick faster. With this fatty powder, I think the high lasts longer, so we can last longer without it and not having anything. You know what I mean? And so, and after like probably like a day, then we'll start feeling it. And you'll start seeing it. Yeah, it's a day.
It takes you about an hour. Stop.
No, it does not. No, it doesn't. We'll do that about a day.
Do you guys think that because you're a couple out here battling addiction, do you think that keeps you out here because you guys keep pulling each other down in this addiction? You guys help each other stay addicted as a couple?
Yes.
Yeah, it has a big.
Yes,
it's a big part of. We hustle together, and when we're out there hustling together, it's like we're good. We go like we're good, and I think that's what the big part of us. Like when we got back together and we ended up relapsing, is because we know what we could do, and like we're good at hustling with each other.
Plus, like, okay, so recently when you got locked up, and I was out here by myself, he came out because he was in there for a week, and he was already clean. He was good, So he came out, obviously because of me, because I was still out here. So this dummy, I was like, okay, well, things happen for a reason. You got locked up for a reason. Maybe because you needed to get clean, and like that, you were cleaning that from there. Because we were the way we were talking about it was either one of us getting sober first, and then so that one can help the other one get sober, in the process of detoxing, and so because we were like trying to get sober but go to my mom's and do like the methadone type thing, and so what's it called? So I was like, okay, so he got out, was clean, and I was still using, right? So I'm over here like, no, like you can't use, especially the fact that the fatty powder is not like the pills anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like he just came out sober, clean as hell. Like he has nothing in the system. The moment he like try to hit something, like he could have overdosed in that right instant moment. Like. And which he did kind of scare me a couple of times, because, his tolerance wasn't, it wasn't the same. So I'm like, dude, like, it's not the same. You gotta understand, like, I know you think you can smoke like that, but it's like, you're clean, you're sober, you have nothing in your system. You can't do that. If you're gonna try to do something, at least think about it and like, okay, like, take a little bit if that's the case. You feel me? But like, to the fact where you're gonna try to go and rush it on and like do a whole bunch, like you're just gonna kill yourself, But because
I'm so immune to it, it's like it wasn't even nothing.
No, it was. Yeah, it was. And especially because his leg was like it was all messed up. Like you just had your leg was all. Remember when your leg was all fucking swollen? Mm-hmm. That's when you had gotten out. Yeah. So I was like that. It was kind of a reason for him, not an excuse though, but it was like. To block that pain of the leg, and so it was like that's why he went back onto it. He started using again. But I was on your ass for a while. I was on you for a bit.
Melly, how old are you?
21. I'm about to be 22 on July. I have cotton candy all over her.
How long have you guys been together? How many years?
Like,
Too long.
almost 5 years, yeah.
Wow. Met each other in high school or what?
No,
on the
out
block.
here.
On the
Out
streets?
here.
Yeah, I took her out of an abusive relationship because the dude, he was no good, you know? And like the way he was acting with her and like the way he would like talk to her, like she was terrified, you know? Like he used to cut her hair and everything, like her hair was short, like he was no good, you know? And one day, like when we were talking when we met and stuff, and he started to get all mad and like he threatened her, and he's like, well, watch when we leave. And she wrote on a paper like, don't let me leave, because he's, you know, and it's put his hands on her. And then I was like, all right, bet, like I'm not gonna let her leave, you know. And then I ended up taking her and her dog away from him.
Yeah. I had a dog with me at the time.
And he left running.
Yeah, that thing.
He was cutting her hair to make her not attractive. So
Yeah, like-
those guys won't approach her.
Yeah, but she's still beautiful, you know. So I was like, it ain't
A
nothing.
couple times. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy how, and then we met though. It was funny.
So
I
Tommy
think it's
Tommy
funny.
kind of saved you a little bit.
A lot.
He saved you a lot.
A lot, yeah. A lot. Cause, like, I would leave, like, from the, or like he would get locked up from what he was doing, you know, the cops would take him. And then, somehow he would find me. Somehow he would find me again. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the, you know, and it was to the point where, like, everybody would, you know how people are nowadays, were like, oh, we don't want that drama around, like, take that, you know, and they don't care, you know, minding their own business. But it would get to the point where, like, he would beat me up in front, and they would watch and everything, and they would, you know, they wouldn't even do anything, you know, like, he would get to the point of dragging me from my hair to the car, like, pulling me into, because I wouldn't want to leave, you know, like, I would try to find ways to get away, and, obviously it didn't work. And so I think he was the only one that, yeah, you were the only one that, like, actually stood up to him, you know, like, was like, you know, like, she's not gonna go with you in the period, like, she's staying here with me. And so that was when I stayed with him ever since that day until.
That was 5 years ago, huh? You guys are teenagers.
Yeah.
So you guys been in this life for a while now, huh?
I mean, well, this is about to be my 8th year.
How old were you when you tried substances, Tommy?
13.
13 years old. Do you remember who introduced you to that stuff? Friend, family?
Yeah, family member.
What about you, Melly? How old were you when you tried substances? How old were you?
I was like 14 from my
what a-
son's dad. That was the first time, yeah. That was the first, and yeah. I first started getting high with my son's dad, and I got clean. I was clean for a while until, like, when my son was removed and all that. Then I relapsed. But then that's when I started with the opioids and the pills and all that. That was a minute ago.
8 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Living this lifestyle.
Yeah.
Dude, he's in, and you think that the time that I got out here with him is a long time, but I think he has a long time, longer than him being with me, living like this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like he be telling me, like, the stuff he would go through, and not only him, but like the fact that people out here that have known him for a long time tell me, like, yeah, like the way he lived, it was crazy. I was like, wow, like, you know, I would understand why, you know, he stuck with his addiction, you know, and the reason why, like, because at the same time, like, being home, as much as he likes to go home because of his mom, like, him and his mom are like this, and like, you know, that's her baby. So it's like, it's like having to go every like once in a blue moon going over there, and then like his mom is like so happy about it. Like, dude, she's just like a whole different person. Like, telling you, like she just, you know, like he lights up her like he puts a smile on her face like that. The moment she'll come out here looking for us, and then like sometimes we'll catch her, and we're like, oh, like we like we'll catch her like passing by, and we'll like stop her, you know. She's like, damn, like I've been out here for like an hour or two. I was like looking for you guys, and I'm like, thank God, like, you know, finally like we see her so we could go home, because there's times when like we won't go for like what, like months, like couple months without going to the going back home. And so at that point I'm like, dude, let's just go home. Like, I'm just exhausted. Like, you know, I just want to go home, shower, get some rest, you know, be in the AC. And so we'll just, you know, go. And so his mom recently was like, it sucks having to have your own parents, you know, feed you into your addiction, but at the same time, it's like for her to have them there with her, you know what I mean? Because she doesn't always have them there. So it was like she's always telling us like, there, like, make this the last trip, you know, like back to the you know, the area you guys are in, so you guys can get clean. But every time we say okay, and then the same way we go back over there and we come back, and then it's just the same.
I think one of these days you guys are gonna get sick of it and be like, you know what? Let's get out of here. Let's get sober together. Let's go build a life together, work, raise a family, get married, all the things you guys are supposed to do at your age.
Yeah, soon.
I'm gonna say thank you, Melly and Tommy, for talking to me. I was driving by and boom, I recognized you guys right away, right? So it was really nice to see you guys. I wish it was under better circumstances, but I'm really glad you're alive. Okay? I'm gonna give you my card with my number on it, so you can call me if you guys need a right of treatment or somebody to talk to. I'm gonna go get you guys some food, and we'll stay in contact, okay?
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.